Yo, what is up, guys? There's some crazy nerfs and tuning happening this next weekly reset, okay? Nerfs to Guardian Druid, Augmentation Evoker, big nerfs. Those are warranted, oh my gosh. And Shadow Priest, and there's even some buffs to some other classes that I think are going to be good. I think it's going to shake up the meta, and I'm so excited for this. It's crazy. Thank you, Blizzard, for listening to the player feedback. It's great. Let me know what you guys think of these changes down below, okay? So, in response to player feedback and internal data, we've developed the following class tuning changes to address several over and underperforming classes. This will be scheduled next weekly maintenance on Tuesday, July 27th. So it's actually, I think that's off. So it's Tuesday still. It's July 25th, though, instead of July 27th. So that's wrong. Blood DK, though, all ability damage increased by 10%. This is awesome. Again, they've seen, what is this, the third or fourth, fifth time that they've received buffs for their damage, which is probably one of their weakest points going into the season. So this is awesome. I think they were already doing good before this. Like I said, I think damage was one of their weakest points, so see this increase by 10% again, I think they're going to be freaking insane, guys. So again, if you like Blood DK, now's a good time to be playing them. Guardian Druid, Ursoc's Fury Absorb Shield reduced to 50% of damage dealt by Thrash and Maul with 60%. This is a really good change. It's a 10% basically healing nerf. And survival nerf, really, but they're still going to be insane. I think Guardian Druid's still going to be the best tank you're bringing to these keys, but this is definitely warranted. I think it's like 80%, 85% of the healing I'm doing overall in dungeons. I just hit a plus 18 Tyrannical and Vortex Pinnacle, and this was I did like 80k overall healing, somewhere around that with this, like, because of this ability, a majority of it. It's insane. It's so OP. Probably not the only nerfs we're gonna see to this or some other abilities for Guardian. Augmentation is overperforming in dungeons, yeah, for sure, and is doing less direct damage than intended relative to the power of their buffing effects. These adjustments will increase their personal damage in all situations and moderately reduce the effectiveness of their buffs in dungeon content. This is a great way to do this. Closest clutch mates now causes Ebb and Might and Breath of Eons to be 20% more effective when not in a raid, was 40%. This is good. This is a 20% nerf, basically, which is fantastic. Literally, Augmentation Evoker and the top 300 keys on Radar.io right now, they're in every single one. It's absolutely insane. I don't think that's healthy for the game. I think there should be some more variety, especially in the higher end of content of what you want to bring with your comp. So I think it's good. I love that they brought in this new specialization, that it's kind of a support spec, but this needed to happen for sure. Fixed a bug where closest clutch mates would not increase the Evoker's damage done via Ebb and Might for periodic effects such as Fire Breath. So it's good. Slight buff to offset this. Ebb and Might now increases the Evoker's damage by 20%, was 10%. Eruption damage increased by 40%. Nice to offset that change again. Fate Mirror's chance to occur reduced to 15%, was 20%. Aspect's Favor amplifies Black Attunement to 7 to 10%. Maximum health was 10 to 16%. Great changes. Honestly, I don't think this will be the first time we see some tuning or nerfs to this specialization. They're still going to be really good. Hunter, we got Beast Mastery buffs. It looks like Barb Shot, Cobra Shot, and Kill Shot damage all increased by 15%. Honestly, I think Beast Mastery isn't doing that bad overall, but this is a good change anyways. I think just in general, it's hard to bring Hunter to raid. Don't bring any raid buff or anything like that. And they need some more help with their defensives and maybe utility, group utility, but I think it's good to buff their damage and make it more viable for sure. Marksmanship, Trick Shot, Aim Shot, and Rapid Fire Ricochets now deal 65% of their normal damage, was 55%. So basically a 10% AoE increase here for your main abilities there, AoE abilities. I think that's great. I still think they needed some more buffs or something, but Hunter needs a rework overall. Mongoose Bite and Raptor Strike damage increased by 5%, and Flanking Strike and Kill Command damage increased by 10%. Those are good changes as well. I think Survival is probably the best performing Hunter spec, in my opinion, at least on Radar.io. They're completing the highest keys. I think they're doing a really good job. I think these are still good changes, especially you got to bring up the damage to make offset some of the stuff they're not bringing to your group. Monk. Okay, so Brewmaster damage with Spinning Crane Kick reduced by 20%. Damage of Keg Smash reduced by 5%. I'm not super pumped about these changes, to be honest. This is probably the only one I think I'm not happy with overall, but I get why. If you guys have seen Equinox, he's a great Brewmaster Monk player. He does insane damage in high key levels. He's crazy. I think a lot of the tanks are actually really balanced right now. They're all around the same level for them overall, other than Guardian Druid, but I think their nerf will help. But I can see that this is warranted. I want Brewmaster to be good again for sure when I get in the mind and push some higher keys. Windwalker, Rising Sun Kick damage increased by 10%. Fist of Fury damage increased by 10%. Nice, doesn't apply to PvP combat. Blackout Kick damage increased by 10%, and Tiger Paw damage increased by 15%. This is good. I think this needs to happen another time or 2 times to really bring them in and make them more viable. I want them to be good. especially with Monk being like the least popular class in the game. I think they just need to be super good for people to play them more, which I don't know why. Windwalker's incredibly fun. If you guys haven't tried them, I highly suggest that. But great changes. Paladin, prop Paladin, all ability damage increased by 8%. This is a great change, actually. I don't know if you guys have known or been paying attention to Radar IO at all. But on the higher key ends, we got Guardian Druid obviously being the best tank right now. Vengeance Demon Hunter being right there. Prop Warrior is actually the next one below that. And Prop Paladin has fallen way down below. I mean, there's Blood DKs, there's Brewmaster Monks in that. And Prop Paladin has dropped off a lot. I still think they're bringing great utility, but buffing their damage just slightly will bring them more in line with some of these other tanks, so I think that's a good change. Discipline Priest, Luminous Barrier, Absorption increased by 30%. Nice. Shadow. Okay. These are definitely warranted, and I think they're good changes overall. Psychic Link now causes direct damage spells to inflict 15% of their damage on all targets afflicted by your Vampiric Touch within 40 yards was 25%. So a 10% nerf there in AoE. I still think they're going to be good. Void Spike damage to enemies within 10 yards of the target reduced by 30%. Devouring Plague damage increased. Mind Blast, Void Bolt, Mind Flay Insanity, Mind Spike damage, Mind Spike Insanity, Shadow Word Death. Oh my gosh, all damage increased by 12%. So that is a single target increase for sure. And I think it might even help offset this AoE nerf here as well. I still think, I mean, obviously I think they'll go down a little bit, but I still think they're going to be insane. Definitely still S tier, and you'll see them in high keys, especially just with how the dungeons are this season. Mind Soothe, Master Spell are just so important. So definitely not going anywhere. Prayer of Mending now costs 10% of base mana was 4%. Powered Life now costs 10% of base mana was 4%. Renew now costs 8% of base mana was 4%. Nice. So off healing a little bit nerf there. Resto Shaman, all healing increased by 5%. This is a sweet change. The range of Restorative Mist heals from Ascendance is now 40 yards, was 20 yards. Cool. The initial burst healing from Ascendance remains at 20 yards. Nice. Prot Warrior, all ability damage increased by 7%. Another buff to Prot Warrior. I'm telling you, Prot Warrior fans, Blood DK fans, this is the time. The rest of them are PvP changes, it looks like. These are awesome. I'm really excited about this, especially excited for Blood DK. I wanted to jump back in here. This just gives me another reason to do that. Let me know what you guys think of these changes. I definitely think some of them are warranted, especially the augmentation. I'm excited to see how this plays out going into next week. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.